Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome, welcome.
Hello.
Kim, it's great to see you again. Hello, Mike. All
Hey,
right.
how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing well.
Good. Thank you we have a number of people, it's their first time joining us, so we're happy that y'all are here. My name is Angela Lewis. I work with operations for PitchDB. I'm sure all of you all know Ron. He's dealing with a family situation right now, but he's going to tap in a bit, but we will go ahead and get started. We are really excited. The purpose of these calls, one, is to answer any questions y'all may have about PitchDB, to help you all with the pitching process. If you all have logged in recently, you've seen our leaderboard, which is amazing. So it's where our competition happens every week. So the plan for today is to answer questions, to help you all with any business questions. We have a great designer on our team who's here. We have someone from our development team here. So they'll introduce themselves in a second, and then we're going to do some live pitching, and we want to share some great updates. So first, if everyone can, since we have the small group here now, say your name, your business, and where you're from, our team included, that'll help us know kind of who's in the room. So I'll start. I'm Angela. I'm PitchDB, of course, and I'm in Dallas.
I'll go. I'm Lindsay Ruffin. I teach chefs how to start a cooking show and turn it into a business. And I'm in Washington, D.C., but my business, I train people all around the country.
Thanks, Lindsay.
My name is Michael Jones. I have a business, Pain Free Me, where I help active desk workers who are dealing with back pain. I help them to recover without drugs or surgery. And I'm based in Bangkok, Thailand.
Great, thank you.
I'll go. My name is Dr. Kimberly Walker. I'm a psychiatrist and a coach. And I really want to do speaking to get my coaching out there. I am in Columbia, Maryland.
We're working there, Kimberly. Don't worry, we're going to have some time together. We'll get more pictures happening. Thank you for joining again. Kevin, welcome. We're introducing ourselves and saying where we're from.
Hi, my name is Arain Williams. I do youth empowerment speaking, and I'm from New Jersey.
Welcome, Arain. You just joined our Skool group. We're going to talk about that.
Yes, I did. I've been getting the emails. I'm trying to pay attention.
Thank you. Thank you. I think all that we have left is our team. No, Dave.
Good evening, or I should say good afternoon, everyone. I'm driving, so that's why I can't really see what order or who's done what, but I want to jump on. I am the Atlanta chapter president for the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. I'm also a division director for Toastmaster, our Toastmasters, and I am a consultant and coaching small businesses and talent, primarily in the radio broadcasting business.
Perfect. Thank you. So you're in Atlanta, Dave?
Yes, I am in Atlanta. Thank you.
Okay. Great. Thank you. All right, PitchDB team. Oh, Kevin. No, I'm sorry, Kevin.
I am in the Denver, Colorado area. I speak on trying to improve the relationship between Blacks and the police, as well as trying to improve your life through the art of journaling.
Awesome. Thanks, Kevin. All right, PitchDB team.
Hello, everybody. I'm Maria. I'm a designer at PitchDB, and I'm from Venezuela. And I'm really happy to get to meet you and help you grow your personal brand and professional brand with design.
Maria. Ezekiel?
I'm Ezekiel. I'm the main developer of PitchDB. Happy to be here with you, and yeah, here to help you with what I can.
Ezekiel. Pablo?
Hello, everybody. Pablo here. I'm from Colombia, the country. I work with PitchDB mainly in sales and emails, so very relevant here as well. Happy to be here.
Awesome. And Ron, the one who Everyone knows.
I'm Ryan. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Thank you for showing up, Ron. We're happy you're here. All right, so now that we're a bit acquainted, what questions do you have? We want to start today getting right into answering your questions about the platform, about pitching, whatever you have, and then we'll go from there.
Well, I am still having some issues trying to get my platform to work because it when I try to add someone to my list, it won't add it, which means I can't pitch to them if they're not on my one of my lists. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes. So you're trying to add to the list and you're having issues just adding someone.
Yes, just adding someone. It's been taking like a really long time to get someone to add. I go in and out of the app and been trying different things. So,
Kevin, can you share your screen and show us
sure.
so we can see live what's happening? Welcome down.
There it is. Okay. Share. All right, now let me find it. Oh. No, that's not it. That's PitchDB, but that's
The referral link.
right, the referral link. I'm looking for the place to log in
PitchDB.
and I'm seeing everything but
You have
okay.
a button that already have an account, login. You see it like in the center of the screen.
Oh, just you're saying just log in on this one?
It says no, down at it says already have an account login. So underneath the Google and Microsoft and that's
Oh, I see it. Okay. Okay. Sign in. Okay, now I've been going to conferences and then let's say I want to add youth leadership and I'll add that to business and employees just to say save. And it says that it's saved, but see, it still says add contact. So I can't do anything with it. It won't help me. It won't let me write a pitch.
So one of the things that you can do if this ever happens, and Ezekiel, do you see this? I think we've talked about this before. You can always go over to outreach on the left, right?
Outreach. Okay.
Yep. And then these are all the ones that you've added. You can see you've tried multiple times. So we know it was happening, but sometimes with the new feature of being able to pitch in the list, sometimes that happens every once in a while. So Ezekiel, if you can find out what that bug is, because this happens every once in a while. I can see, wait, stop moving, Kevin. Go back up to the top and you have some that have like 5 times where you've added it to the list. That gives us proof that you've done this several times. Like you can see that one where it's stop right there. California Association of Code Enforcers at the bottom. That one was added to the same list 3 times. Ezekiel, it shouldn't be able to be added to the same list multiple times. So we can see what the issue is. So it was added. It just wasn't appearing in the search. Does that make sense?
Okay. Mm-hmm. So just go
sorry
to
for that.
pitch from outreach then in that case.
Well, yeah, if you run into an issue where you see that the blue button didn't show up, go to verify that it's not an outreach. And again, this is a new feature that's less than a week old. So, kind of be a little patient with this as we get the bugs worked out. I wasn't supposed to jump in to handle this, but I've seen it so much that I just wanted to kind of solve it versus kind of do a bunch of troubleshooting in the effort of trying to save time with everyone.
Okay.
Does
So
that
you
make
see
sense?
I'm not lying. In other words, you see I'm not lying.
Ezekiel, you see I'm not lying. No, I'm just kidding. See, it's 2 of us, No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
But thank you, Kevin, for pointing that out. And Ezekiel can see it himself because I'm sure they get tired of my Loom videos that they get 5 a day.
Okay. So I can stop sharing now that you kind of helped me resolve that.
Yep. Sorry about that. So if anybody was on, if you have an issue where you don't see the blue pitch button pop up in the search, just click on outreach. We know it's probably there. So, but sorry for the little thing. It's a new feature that we're working on and we'll get it ironed out very soon,
Great, thanks for hopping in with that. Lindsay, I see your hand is raised.
Yes. I used PitchDB. I tried it a few months ago, and the problem that I had was I couldn't find any way to filter all of these dead podcasts out. So it was like I could search and pull the types that I was looking for, but within that, being able to filter, like podcast hasn't been published in the last 6 months, that's a dead podcast, or even a year or longer. And so I was spending way too much time trying to go through this and find actual active podcasts. And that was why I stopped using the service. I canceled because it was just taking me too long to find actual podcasts, active podcasts to submit to. And maybe I was doing something wrong or whatever, but that's why I came here today, to see if there's what's the right way to do that.
So that has been resolved, right? And I want to show you. Can you log into your PitchDB account, Lindsay?
No, that was months ago that I.
Okay. Well, here's the thing.
I tried it.
You still have it. You still have access, right? We didn't delete you, right? You still have access. You still have the pitches that you would have paid for at that point, right? So we didn't delete your accounts. You can go back in and try this. I'm going to log into my account here, but you'll be able to go back in and try it to verify that it's working. And if we meet your standard, we would love to have you back. Is that fair?
Sure.
So I'm going to share my screen though and show you what we did to resolve that. You're correct. There was a time where it would show all podcasts, but we added a default feature that only shows podcasts that have published in the last 60 days now. Right?
Excellent.
Do you see that? And then we also added a new feature that says, hey, a lot of podcasts are just monologue. Why don't we only show the ones that are interviews? So we added the thing where it will weed out the ones that don't do interviews. So you're not pitching somebody that's not interviewing people, because that would be kind of stupid unless you're looking for advertising. So we listen to you. We hear you. We hear everything that people say. We're trying to solve it, but we don't think about the things until it happens. And we're like, oh yeah, we forgot about that. So your point of view was exactly what it was true, right? But now you can filter within 30 days. You can say, I only want to see the podcasts that are published today, right? So I'm going to go to today and only show podcasts on my topic for today. And I'm going to put in leadership as an example, right? And it's saying, well, today, no podcast on interviews have been published on leadership. Let's see, what's today? Let's go back to yesterday and illustrate this, right? So you notice it's showing 602 podcasts that were published yesterday on leadership. And if I want to verify that, I can click on John Maxwell and we'll see when was the last episode published. May the 7th. You see that?
Yep.
So we've totally fixed what you're talking about. So if you log in, what's your email address?
Let me see because I don't.
Is it under Lindsay?
I use the password manager.
We got you. It's under admin under Park Road Studios.
Then
so
that's one of mine.
Yep, you still have 100 pitches that are still in there, right? So you can log in and use those 100 pitches from when you signed up in October, and hopefully we can win you back, man.
Yeah, this is this was the problem. So if this has been corrected and you're showing me that it is, that was why I tried it and left, because it was just taking me too much time going through all those dead podcasts.
Yep. So yeah, that's been resolved.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem, man. But use those 100 pitches, man. Those are still there. They're yours.
Okay. Thank you.
And if it doesn't meet your standard, don't put your credit card in and don't buy more. But if it does, we would love to have you back as a customer.
Pam recommends you highly. Pam Perry. That's how I know about you. So I know you're legit, but just, again, that was the problem I had with the tool. But it looks like you fixed it.
Yeah.
We definitely have. So I want you to pitch, get some results, and then come back and say, you know what? You fixed it. I want you to know that we fixed it by using it.
Yeah. We'll do.
Perfect.
Thanks so much for joining today, Lindsay. We appreciate it. Who else has questions? Who else?
Mike, thanks for joining us all the way from Thailand at 3 o'clock in the morning.
For real. Not that late, but it's late.
You like you're still at the office, man. You're still working that late.
No, this is my spare room. This is where I do, my online trainings and things like that. So,
Makes sense. Any
Mhm.
any other questions from anyone else?
I had a quick
About
question
any
about
issues?
like if you need to purchase more credits. How do you just do that in the was it the where it says upgrade?
Yep, in the plans. So we turned on that feature last week, but it had a
Mhm.
little glitch. I'll let Ezekiel explain it, but we'll be adding it back very soon. I keep jumping in out of habit when we have our team here. I apologize, but yeah, we had that ability to add extra pitches, and we turned it off internally. But if you need more pitches, uh, let me message me privately, Mike, and I'll get that set up for you.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. Anybody else questions? No? Okay, so there's a portion. Yes, Sergeant Roy, of course.
Hey,
Hey, Sergeant Roy.
I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Just a question. I don't know if it's possible, but I've done a couple of podcasts already, thanks to the PitchDB tool. And is there a way that once I complete a podcast, is to go to my profile and post that I've done that pitch? I know I'm listed in the expert section, and it's got one of the podcasts that I've done already.
Yep. So one of the things that we're Maria, you want to, before I start talking, you want to explain what we're doing with the experts page and what's going to be updated there? Because we used to have a feature where they could add the podcasts that they've been on. You could add like the 3 podcasts. So Maria will explain what's happening with the update to the experts page that's happening soon.
Hello, Sergeant Roy, and we're really happy that you were able to book a podcast with PitchDB. Yeah, in the upcoming weeks, we are working on a new redesign of the expert profile. So we'll have the possibility that you can add the podcast that you already were on, especially with PTB, and you will be able to add your expert videos and other kind of features, so you can enhance your expert profile. So that's something that we are working on the product team and in the design team. And on the upcoming weeks, we're going to show it to all you.
So
thank you.
Awesome.
One of the big things is that a lot of how many people here are speakers? They do on-stage speaking, right? There's no way for us in PitchDB to do what Diamond did last week, which is show herself speaking. So we need to be able to add a video where we can actually show you doing the thing you do, right? Like it's not called WriterDB, it's called PitchDB. Like you're pitching speaking gigs, not writing opportunities. So we want to be able to add where you can add a video of yourself on stage so that people can try you out and listen to you while determining if they want to hire you. So that's one of the enhancements that Maria and I have been working on.
Awesome. And then Ron, one other thing, I don't know if we want to take it offline. I still can't get into the application. I've done the
Yep, go ahead and share your screen. Let's solve that really quickly.
Okay, sure.
This should be a 2-minute solve. Eva, good to see you. Eva's one of our 4-year first customers of PitchDB from 4 years ago. She's seen us in our good days and our bad days.
Okay.
But
awesome.
As the old church song says, all of my good days outweigh my bad days. So I won't complain because the future of PitchDB is bright.
Yeah.
So right in the next tab, if you just go over one tab, PitchDB is already open, Sergeant Roy.
Okay. I hear. This is where I
and go ahead and click continue with LinkedIn. No. At the top. Yeah. That one. That one. Right. And enter your LinkedIn information there and hit sign in.
Yeah, that's my
Yep, just hit sign in.
Now, question, is this the password that I use for my Gmail? Or is it the password
whatever you do to log in, however you log into LinkedIn. Whatever
Okay.
you use to log into LinkedIn. So just click sign in if that's your link. So that's, you have to find out what your LinkedIn password is. So I see you have LinkedIn open. You may not want to show that on the screen, right?
Oh, that's okay. I'm going to change it anyway, but
okay. But yeah, you want to put your LinkedIn password in there.
Yeah. And
right? No account with that found with that password. So I see your error there. Let me
Can you
check.
provide me your use? Oh, here we have it. Let me just check real quick what's happening.
yeah, and I've tried to use the forgot your password
So
functionality.
it's the one is it's Sergeant Roy at Hotmail. Do you have
Correct.
multiple LinkedIn's?
No, I have one.
Okay, so for some reason we have Sergeant Roy at Hotmail, and it's registered with LinkedIn. Is the setup that I see here? So
Okay.
let's, in an effort to save time, I'll let Ezekiel work with you on that. Ezekiel
Okay.
solve that, and we'll message you privately so that we don't spend 10 minutes of our hour today on this. But we'll get
Cool.
that resolved for you.
Okay, great. Thank you. Oh, let me see.
Kim, you had a question. We're here for you, Kim.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Yeah, we
so I
sending that
sent
pitch
one
today.
pitch.
We
What'd you say?
sending it today. We load that up today. We push it.
No, we're not, because I have to listen to the pitch. I have to listen to the podcast first, but I have sent one pitch. So I was trying to send some pitches last night, and I could not see like the last 10. I couldn't get to the last 10 podcasts. So I didn't know if I was doing something wrong or if that meant it was no longer. So
No,
that was
what
my
probably happened, you probably had your window narrow on your browser, and instead of putting the last 10, it only showed one. But if you widen your window in your browser, it will always show 10 on the right. But if your window's narrow, it's going to only show one. So go ahead
So
and
can I share
share your
my
screen.
screen and show
Of
you?
course.
Okay, thank you. So this is, I was trying to.
Yep.
So that's what I did. That's the issue.
Yeah.
That
Okay. No. Now, with your mouse over that section for podcast, scroll your mouse over there. No, keep your mouse pointer. Now scroll your mouse.
see,
Some
I
reason.
can't make it budge.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. Can you click the three dots in the corner of your browser next to your little photo over there? It's right in the corner.
I gotta move us so I can get to it. Over here.
Yep. Click there. And then it's going to say zoom. You see it's at 100. Can you zoom out to 80 so I can see a little bit more? In the middle, there's a thing that says, yep, just zoom out to 80 so we can see. There it is, right? So on the Ezekiel, there's a there are the podcast, they're there. Ezekiel, there's a what do you call it? Pixel ratio issue on certain pixel ratios. It's not showing. So we just need to make sure that the responsiveness is there.
Well, thank you. That was easy.
You were right. We just it was a responsive issue because of the resolution on your computer. You were zoomed in a bit far.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks for asking, Kim. It's perfect. Now you can listen.
My pleasure.
Those pitches. Orain, your hand was up. You're next.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, depending on where you are. I don't have a question, but I wanted to make a comment. I've had PitchDB for a while. I'm not sure how long, and I had given up on it. But then I saw the email and I watched one of the recordings, and I was just kind of blown away with the enhancements, and I got really more excited about the product. And I'm glad to be on here live. And I just really want to commend Ron and your team for having these, because this is so valuable to do this every week with your clients. This is just, really, really top notch. And I really appreciate it, especially as you guys are going one-on-one with people who have questions and saying, hey, log in, I'm going to show you, I'm going to, help fix it. I just think that's just 1,000% great customer service right there. So I just really wanted to express that.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, when I saw the
thank you so
emails
much.
coming through about this, it's really, like I said, it excited me. I got back on. So this is fantastic. Like, seriously, this helped a lot.
One of the biggest lessons that I had to learn was that everybody doesn't use this as much as I do, right? And we make a lot of assumptions when we're building software because we have to think through how everybody's going to see it. And we just assume people thinking the way we're thinking. And all of you all that are on here, I've met with all of you all individually at some point. I think everyone but maybe Lindsay, but everyone else I've talked to individually and heard your complaints and, you know, watched your struggles in your eyes and went back like, oh, they didn't like it. They wouldn't tell me, but I can see they didn't like this, right? And we work really hard to try to see things through your eyes. So to see that you are recognizing the progress, it means a lot to us. It means a lot to the development team and the designers who have to take my words. I take them and I tell them to Maria, and then Maria draws them out, and then she gives them to Ezekiel to make them real. And to go through that is, you know, our employees that have to pitch on our done for you service, they don't get to complain. They're forced to pitch because, hey, look, Ron said pitch. We just got to do it. Who cares if it's broken, right? But they get paid to pitch. Y'all are paying to pitch. So I got to listen to y'all more because y'all the ones paying us versus me forcing them to do it, even whether it's broken or not. So I really appreciate the feedback and you all taking the time to come on. And, you know, like I told Lindsay earlier, hey man, we want to win you back. You know, Orrin, the video won you back, right? That's a big deal. Mike, our conversations over Instagram. Look, we're always trying to get people re-engaged again because it's our fault if you don't like the product and we want you to like it. So we take responsibility for that, you know?
Eva has a question. Your hand has been up.
Yeah, hi, Lindsay. Good to, Ron, Lindsay, good to see you too. I noticed the sign-in was different. You're signing in with LinkedIn now, not on email. So I just went to try it and they say I don't have an account by this name.
Yep. So what you have to do is connect your email inside. So your email, your login is still the same login that you've had before. And I'll tell you what it is. You are using
Eva.
Yep, Eva at Eva Medelik.
Yes.
Yep. And you're registered with Google. So you're using your Google sign in to sign into yours. But you can switch it to LinkedIn or Facebook or Google or whatever. But currently you're using Google to log in.
And is that okay? Because I know when y'all did the pitches for me, it was kind of through, wasn't it through LinkedIn? Or because it had kind of a LinkedIn signage or signature?
No, it's always going to be through Google or Microsoft, right?
Okay,
But
okay.
you can sign
So
in with
I'm
Google.
fine. I'm fine
Yeah,
just using Google. Okay.
Yep. We prefer that. And the reason why we want you to use social logins is because you remember those passwords, right? And then if you have a password issue, you usually have a Google or a LinkedIn stored in your password keeper already. And then also it relieves us of a bunch of password resets. We're like, dude, let's stop these password resets. Force them to use Google. They'll never forget those. And Google has way more security because they got 18,000 employees to protect passwords than what we could ever have. So we think it's a more secure way to do things because we want to protect your data, right? Any other questions? I have to hop off because I have an 11:30, but again, I just wanted to stop in and say thank you. I have all the faith that Ezekiel, Maria, Chris, who just hopped in down at the bottom, Pablo, everybody that's on here that's from my team, Raymar, they can answer all of your questions. They're just as competent as I am. Probably a lot more empathetic because I think I can be crass sometimes. So you're in good hands. I'll let you all go. Talk to you later, guys.
Everyone else stay though. No, don't go.
Yeah,
Stay.
everybody else stay. Don't nobody else leave. I'm just leaving, but y'all stay.
Ron, when Ron first purchased PitchDB, Ron and I have been friends for over a decade. So I've seen the company grow. So we're here to help you guys. Any other questions around the product? One thing I wanted to
I want to thank you.
Someone's talking. Who is that?
Yes, regarding Sergeant Roy.
Oh, is he?
You had an issue logging in. Could you
I'm just not reading your message now. I'll give it a try.
Okay, yeah. Nice. Thank you.
So as you all see, we have there's the email that you log in with, as Eva was mentioning, and then there's ideally the same email that you connect your PitchDB account to send from. So has everyone logged in and attached their accounts and you're actively sending? We have that. Okay.
I just did it. Just a second.
Perfect. That's the foundation for sure. One of the other things that we do in these meetings, we call it the hot seat, where we did this with Diamond last week, which was amazing. So some people ask, can you take a look at our website? Maria is our designer, and she can give you incredible insight into where things should be on your website. So we're happy to look at websites. We have Pablo on our call who does our email outreach on our sales side. So there's the emails that we send to you all internally, but then there are the emails that we send out and for sales. So Pablo can talk about that to help with business. Ray is incredible in terms of videos. We have some ads that we've created that Ray has designed, some great videos. So Ray can talk about video design. So we want to take 10 minutes to talk about that, and then we'll do our pitching session where we're trying to increase the leaderboard, get you, Sergeant Roy, we saw you climbing up the leaderboard, so we have to get you connected. Mike has a question. Yes, Mike?
Yeah, I just had a quick question. I don't know if I would ask you, as far as pitching is concerned, putting our pitches out there. Um, um, form pitch works, or maybe something kind of short and to the point. And then also in the closing of the pitch, should we be putting like our socials, like our email, website, social media handles and things like that?
Great question. I missed the first part. I think you froze just a little bit. Will you repeat the first? Will you repeat it?
Yeah, I was just saying, basically on the pitches, do you think people respond to a short form pitch, maybe like 1 or 2 paragraphs, or more longer, like, talking about your experience in the field and, X, Y, and Z? Which one do you find is like converts more?
So both are effective. We've seen both convert. Are you inside of PitchDB right now?
Yes.
Can you log in, share your screen? So we have 2 things in PitchDB in terms of pitching. One, we have the Pitch AI, where we generate the pitches for you. It's a bit short. And we also have templates. So if you could share your screen so everyone can see these 2 items, and you'll see that the templates are a bit longer.
Second, I'm trying to share screen there. Okay, perfect.
So
Okay,
if you
so
click, let's click follow up on the first one.
is that a follow-up? Okay.
Oh, you sent these today, so we have to wait a day to follow up. Sorry.
Some other ones in there. I was, while you guys were talking, I was like, let me go and send some, while we're all talking.
Smart. So we're looking for something that hasn't been pitched, so we can.
Okay, there you go. February 5th.
Perfect. And so if you scroll down, so we have Pitch AI. So the pitch is already generated, and everyone knows you can edit this pitch, and it's unique to that actual show and to your background.
Yeah.
So if you scroll down just a little bit more, perfect. So you can see this is about 2 paragraphs, maybe 2.5. And then if you go to the templates tab on the left, underneath outreach, and click podcast pitch template, you see that this is a bit longer and it's a bit more detailed. So you have the option, if you like this style, you can edit this pitch and then turn the AI off and put this template into your pitch, which is a little longer. So both are effective. What's most important is that you say how you're going to help their audience. So yes, your background is important, but it's how are you going to help them? And then in terms of the signature, will you go to branding kit? And then my brand. And scroll down for us. some more until we see the signature. Perfect. So right now, it looks like your name is at the signature. We recommend adding your LinkedIn so that people can go into your LinkedIn, the entire link to the LinkedIn instead of hyperlink, so people know what they're clicking on. Then we also recommend adding a phone number. Ron talked about this last week. People typically don't spam you if they have their phone number listed. So we recommend keeping it short.
You said, I'm sorry, with the LinkedIn, you said no hyperlink or with the hyperlink?
We recommend without the hyperlink, the actual link to your LinkedIn. And then a phone number. And then if you wanted a title, you can add that, but they'll see that when they go to your LinkedIn.
Okay, got it.
Yep. So that's our recommendations.
Oh,
Thank you.
It has the LinkedIn here. Does that automatically come up or no?
It doesn't automatically go into your signature. You'll have to add that. Thank you for asking that. We use that LinkedIn to pull your bio, to pull the information about you, to create the bio in your branding kit. Oh, thanks for zooming in. That actually
I need to do that.
up our eyes.
All right. Okay, perfect.
It's nice.
Adding to what Ange said, I think people really do value, like, if you have been on any podcast and if you're suggesting like go on a specific podcast to talk about something specific and you've had that experience before, you can send over, and this is more on a personalization of the pitch. But you can add a link to like, hey, this is a past interview that you can see what I've added, like the value that you gave. And that so they can see that you also been on other shows. And this is until like we have the new updated version of PitchDB. Well, basically you'll have your own portfolio inside of PitchDB. So basically people can see, oh, this person has been on multiple shows and I can count on that he will be given valuable content. But until so, if you've been on any other podcasts or shows or anything like that, just add the link or anything so they can just go and see the reference.
Okay. And also I was wondering, with the so we definitely should switch it up because I've been in the media a lot, but I haven't done many podcasts. So again, so the media appearances, keep it with the more of the media kind of stuff, and then with the podcasts, keep it podcast interviews. Would that be the best thing?
Are you asking in terms of what you send or?
Yeah, in terms of what I sent. Sorry, yeah, what I sent. So if I was like going out like pitching to let's say to be on a podcast, would I even mention the the features in the media, like for writing,
Of
not so much for
course. Yeah, that gives you the authority that you will have, that you know what you're talking about. Some podcasts do have this thing where it's like they don't want to have someone who doesn't have the experience of being a speaker. And so yes, you've been on the media, but then when you go up on the podcast, you go blank. And so they maybe want to see you, how you involve yourself in the show and just how you go through the interview.
Would another good way, again, like I've done a lot of like every month I like do like different micro workshops, and I put them on YouTube, and they're about like 30 minutes, and it's just me talking about like last month was like how to deal with sciatica pain, or the other one before that was like posture and wellness. You think that would be good to include, since I necessarily maybe don't have the all the podcast kind of experience, so I can just like hear my voice and see the face and when like what I do, I guess.
Well, since it's on your website too, sending the link to the website and referencing it
as well.
That's the note that you have like this library of content. And then once you engage in the conversation with the host, if they ask for more info,
and then
you're able to.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so
gotcha.
we don't recommend sending everything that you have up front.
Yeah.
Okay.
To get them interested based on how you're going to help them, and then you're able to send them more info if and when requested.
Okay, perfect.
Great
Thank you.
Just wait until we have the updated, and then you'll have everything inside of PitchDB,
Okay.
and it will be awesome.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Anyone else? We see that Mike is already running up the leaderboard while we're here, which is perfect, which is what we want. Any other questions about business? Any other business questions, website reviews, any of that? No?
Yeah, I actually had a question on self-promoted. That's part of your organization as well, right?
Yes, Dave, thank you. Thank you so much for asking about self-promoted. We are incredibly excited about self-promoted. It is our kind of our motto, right? We believe that we have the power to pitch ourselves, to promote ourselves. And so our blog is branded self-promoted. You'll see self-promoted in our group on Skool, which, Ray, if you could put that up in a second, we'll talk about Skool here before we get to pitching. So we have a community now, and you'll see self-promoted with our Rocket Man because he's taken off. That's our kind of our mascot, the Rocket Man. So we really believe in that. So self-promoted is the blog, tons of resources. Our newsletters are linked to that. And then our community, you'll see branded as self-promoted as well. Thank you for asking me that, Dave.
All right, so here goes my question. I'm just now getting back to the house, so I'm not logged on. I'm still on my phone mobile. But I tried a couple of weeks ago, and then I tried it again the other day. And when I go to set up, I put my information in there, and it says I don't have an account, but I do have an account with the pitch, obviously. So I signed up a new account, and it said it was going to send me a link to confirm the email. But I never get it, and I always check my spam folders. So it's not sending out that link. That part of the sequence is not getting to me.
Hey, Dave, I apologize. So what we ended up doing, self-promoted was the community. We were hosting it in WordPress where people had to log in, but we recently just made that just the blog. So you don't need to create an account there anymore. Now, what you'll use is our Skool account. That's where you'll create the login and everything, where you have the access to the community. So I don't know if Ray is going to show you, but I don't see Ray. Where's Ray? Oh, she disappeared, right? So I'll just kind of take over and show you here. So courses and all of those things here, along with the community, and that's what you were logging in for. Now we just made this just the blog. So I'm going to actually remove this sign in and sign up thing from the top, because now this is just the blog for PitchDB. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but how do I get to it? Is
there
a link to have in did you put it?
Yep. So I'll send the link to that. I'll get you that. And then this is the community, right? The self-promoted community where you can go in and you can see who's won on the leaderboard. Different people have introduced themselves, things of that sort. This just went live on Monday.
Oh,
right?
awesome.
So, so far 19 people have joined it. There's a great welcome video from Raymar, but I just wanted, since she wasn't here, I wanted to show you that there's just we put the blog here, and then the community is here on the Skool.
Awesome.
Does that make sense? So
yeah,
when
that's a good platform.
Yep. So we wanted to separate them a bit, but there'll be a link. We'll add a link here on the side where if someone is looking at the blog and they want to join the community, it'll redirect them over to the community to join.
Okay, awesomeness.
Right. So, and in this community, this is where all the classes are. You remember we had all those classes? These are here for you guys for free. So we have 12 classes so far. They're all free. You don't pay for them, but we could sell them for $100 a piece like everybody else tries to do. But we think if we can help you to be better on camera, that's our job. So these courses are here. They're taught by Angela. We're adding other courses. If you have a course or something that you're passionate about that you can teach in under 45 minutes, we're willing to add that. We just ask that you don't make it a pitch fest. If you're just going to come on and say, my company does this and my company does that, we're not going to upload it, right? But if you want to help the community, we will gladly allow you to post a course that you've created with a link to whatever you're selling outside of it. But we don't want you to spend 45 minutes pitching whatever you're pitching. Does that make sense?
Total
but
sense.
You can spend
Total
45
sense.
minutes helping. And if people find that helpful and they want to go over to where you are, high five. We're one of your biggest advocates, but so it's one hand washing the others. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I love it. And again, congratulations on all the improvements. I was moving around in the vehicle, but it was nice to hear other people saying what I told you personally a couple of weeks ago, and it's go go go, baby. I love it.
No, it's good to hear. Was that helpful? Did that answer your question about where self-promoted is going? And as Angela
I
said,
have to log on the computer here at the house now.
okay, yep. But as just to kind of explain to everyone, we hear it all the time, like, oh, I need an agent. Oh, I need someone to do this. In reality, nobody's going to promote you like you, right? So if we can give you the right tool to be able to do it easier, then you or your team or someone else should be able to do it. That way your future isn't dependent upon someone else's performance, right? So PitchDB, as you know, we don't have any venture funding. It's Ron funded. This is self-promoted. Okay. I go and I meet with Pam Perry and Brian Olds and anybody else that talks about PitchDB is because I called them and I promoted myself to them and said, I think I can help your people. Right. So it isn't something that we don't live. Does that make sense? Everyone that works for PitchDB's team, I purposely found freelancers to bring them on full time because I knew they knew what it was about. They had been in my shoes before, right? So I knew that they know what it means to be self-promoted too. So we try to live what we preach, if that makes sense.
Makes total sense. I'm joining right now.
Perfect. All right, so Ray put the link to Skool in the chat.
Yeah.
If you haven't already joined Skool, introduce yourself, let us know what you do, how we can help you. That is where, when we're not here on Wednesdays, where we'll have our conversations and community, and we're really excited to build that out. Share your wins, please share your wins. Someone mentioned earlier, was it Surgeon Roy, about the podcast interviews that you have had recently? Please post that in there. We want to support each other and support each other's efforts.
One thing with this community is that we're really valuing engagement and also like just connection overall. So if you make the introduction post, like just sharing where you are, who your audience is, any wins that you have done with PitchDB, will give you 25 pitches extra to your account. So just be engaging. Just give any tips that you guys may need, like, hey, I did this and it worked amazing for me. You should guys do it. The idea of this community is to have everyone involved and just collaborate and share success.
So there was a question about a speaker one sheet. So I have some templates that we use that I will post in the community for anyone who wants to use the speaker one sheet communities. Speaker one sheet templates. I think we have 5 that we have. Maria's in the process of designing, I think, 120 different assets that will be available. We see a lot of people selling those things on Etsy, and we're like, dude, we can just give these away. So we're working on designing professional looking templates that you can use because we want to give you all the tools to be successful. One of the best speaker one sheets is if you have a personalized website, right? So if you already have a website, that will be your best one sheet. So I hate to put Diamond on the spot, but Diamond, can you share your one sheet webpage?
Yeah, I got
she
you.
has this beautiful yellow and blue thing that shows off all of her expertise and her videos and her testimonials. Interactivity. People are already in their email box, in their browser when they're reading your pitch. So if they can just click to your webpage, you really don't need a one sheet, right? I don't know anybody who's printing them. How many people have a printer? Most people don't have a printer anymore. So these types of interactive media kits work really well, right? And you can see hers is just one page, right? But it shows her on stage doing her thing, right? They get to listen to her, a very empathetic speech that she had where we were like, man, I'm about to cry. And, you can see she's doing all of that stuff, right? But as she scrolls down, she has her videos and testimonials, everything that you would include on a one sheet, she put here, right? So I'm not saying that you shouldn't have a one sheet. I'm just saying that this is a bit more modern way of doing it.
While I'm sharing, I had a question because I like that what Angela was saying about like you don't need a title, because if they go to your LinkedIn, then it'll have like your title. So I just changed my signature to have my LinkedIn there. So they'll come here and they'll go to my website. I just wanted you to quickly look at, I'll put it in chat so you can scroll through it and click through it.
Mhm.
But for you to look at this, because this is what they're seeing, like this will take them there, but this is what they're seeing when they technically click it.
Yep, I'll give you some feedback. I have a couple of things I would highlight right away. But
Okay.
also Maria can look over that for you. She's the world's greatest designer. You know.
Hi, Diamond. If you can share the screen so I can.
I'll share the screen. Okay, I put it in the chat. I was like, I didn't know if it was easier for you guys.
Did you want to do it publicly, Maria, or did you just want to maybe do it privately and send her some notes? I know we got 8 minutes left. I didn't know if there was anything else that
Okay,
Angela wanted to cover.
I'll share my email and my
Cool.
PitchDB email with you, so you can contact me and we can talk about it personalized. I'm
Awesome.
happy to do.
Thank you.
No worries.
So Maria is a world-class designer. She's worked with a lot of startups, and very rarely do you know who designed the startup, like all the stuff, because usually that person isn't like put on the like, hey, this is the person who designed it, like an architect. But you know, some of the best designed startups, the work was done by Maria. When she told me what she worked for, I'm like, dude, you're hired. I don't even tell me your price, whatever it is. We bringing you over because I don't want you working for somebody else. So a lot of what you see in the user experience with PitchDB is all due to the work that Maria has done working with some of the better companies, or the older companies, I should say.
So is she one of the ones that does like websites? Because my website needs a makeover.
No. She don't do websites. She works for us. She can give you comments on yours, but somebody else got to do it. But that ain't what she. So let me just make that clear. Nobody that works for PitchDB is for hire, right? We're just here for commentary, right? And if you hire one of my people, I'm kicking you off of PitchDB.
I don't want to hire nobody then.
No, I'm just kidding. Right? But
well, check out mine.
We are open to feedback. So if you send her a link or something in the chat, she'll make a quick Loom video, like quick 60-second Loom video that you can send to whomever your designer is with those suggestions. One of the best places to find great designers is on Fiverr. If you type in web design or whatever platform you're using, so you can say ClickFunnels landing page designer, right? Now, here's the thing. Let me make this very clear. As somebody who's bought a lot of stuff, your web designer ain't gonna write your copy.
Nope.
That's not their job. Y'all be wanting them to do everything and to think for you. That ain't their job. Their job is to make it look good. You got to write your own copy. Okay. So don't be like, well, they just put a bunch of pictures because you didn't give them no words. So give them the words and how it should be. That's still your job to write the words. Let's be very clear on that. Maria is not a copywriter. She's a designer. So if you give her crappy words, it's going to be crappy words on a pretty website. Okay.
Dave, how can we help?
Okay. Yep. So I just switched over to my desktop. I went to log in Skool, and it said that my account, I already had an account. So when I tried to log in, it says incorrect password. It's giving me that loop again.
Yep. So that's something that you would have to do through Skool because they control all the passwords over there.
Okay.
So if you just do a password reset through Skool, and it should let you join our community once you're logged in with Skool.
Okay, fantastic. I'll do it. Thank you.
In Skool, Eva, I just let you into Skool. I just saw that you asked to join the community. Welcome to our Skool community. You all will also see that there's a calendar in Skool. So once you're in there, it's the link to this call. And then we have some other PitchDB related, like how to use the platform. We're going to do those 4 days per week. So Kimberly, if you want to hop into those with and we can really spend time doing like the mechanics of PitchDB. And these calls will be more business building, topical, where our team can share the expertise around various topics. So y'all will be able to access us all the time to support you in reaching your goals, speaking, pitching, and
So if you haven't joined the school, join it. Eva just joined. She got a bonus of pitches added to her account. So when you log back into PitchDB, Eva, you're going to see a bonus that was there. I want to take a one moment to just highlight the people we got here. Eva is world class at what she does. Dave, if you're thinking about starting a podcast and you don't talk to Dave, Dave was a vice president of like 100 radio stations. He ain't gonna tell you that, but I'll tell you, he got those are real like gold records and platinum records in the background. He has he got a $50,000 studio in his house, right? He was walking me through all the different studio equipments he got set up. If you got any questions about how to sound good and on radio, on your podcast, hit Dave up in the community. Dave, yo, you got it. Can you help me out with that? If you have any questions about anything, I guarantee you there are a lot of the great thing about speakers. Let me tell you this real quick. The great thing about speakers is that they're an expert at something. They just may not be as well recognized yet, but they know what they're going to get up there and talk about. So as you join the community, you start seeing this person's an expert at PR, this person's expert at book publishing, this person is good at DEI. I got a question. Hit them up. They actually know their stuff. That's why they're speakers.
Awesome.
And Mike,
Does that make sense?
We definitely need to know what to do about these backs.
Oh, and a minute ago I was going like this. It wasn't because you were giving me props, Ron. It was because I did the school reset and I'm in. So I told you.
Okay, good.
So
Well, hey man,
thank you for the
you can
props,
always
too.
celebrate the props. I mean, the plaques speak for themselves.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ron.
Diamond, Roy, Evelyn, thank you all so much for joining. We're excited to continue these conversations beyond our time together on Wednesdays. So we'll
Real quick, how do I get to that self-promoted community? Where is that at?
Yep. So it's in the chat. Mike, I got you on the bonuses. But it's in the chat. It's if you look through, you should see a link from Raymar.
And the self-promoted isn't a community. Self-promoted is our blog. Do you mean the community we're talking about right now? With Skool, it's on the Skool platform, podcast and speaking gigs.
Yeah, I just shared that link on the chat. So it's right there.
Please introduce yourselves, put introduction in the title, wave, and then watch Ray's wonderful video. And excited to hear about all that you all have going on and communicate in the chat.
All right, Mike,
copy
Mike, you
this
just got
chat?
your bonus? I'm not sure.
Let me check. Hold on one second.
Oh yeah, what I know, I put it in. I was just letting you know it's in there.
Okay.
So is here, I'll send it to you directly so you can get that. So let me make a correction really quickly, because this was a debate that we were having privately with Andrea. And Andrea was like, well, which one is self-promoted and which one is just the blog? And self-promoted is what we're calling the community. Let me make that clear, right? So the blog will just be the PitchDB blog. Does that make sense? So if you go to blog.pitchdb, you'll find all of our articles. That'll be linked there. But the community is called self-promoted, right? But when you search for it in Skool, it's just going to say podcast and speaking gigs, because that's really, what people are searching for when they look over there. Got it. Did you get the link again, Kevin? I just put it in the chat. So we're in overtime. It's officially 12 o'clock, which is overtime, which means that I think the main program for the day has been covered. But if anybody wants to stay around for extra 15 minutes or so, we can answer whatever questions you may have. Kind of explain a little bit about the future format. Starting in about a week, we're going to be doing onboardings. So we'll have 2 onboardings a week, or maybe 3 onboardings a week, where when someone signs up, you can go in and get the basic questions answered. This Wednesday meeting will transfer into a high level what to do next type of thing. Like, hey, I sent the pitch, I got a response. What do I do? Versus I can't log in. Does that make sense? So the onboarding meetings will go where you'll go for your login issues if tech support can help you. But being able to get help with what to do next. How do I search and go on the same podcast as my competitors? How do I find special speaking gigs? How often should I be pitching? How often should I follow up? We want to talk about that high level, how to be a killer stuff on the Wednesday meetings, right? So the first 4 were very basic because we needed to get people in, but we're going to do onboardings to kind of push those basic things out to make people want to come back every week for the new stuff. Nobody wants to log in every week just to hear how to fix their login. That's not going to be very entertaining over time, right? But you should be able to come in Wednesdays and get some high-level tools and tactics. And then on Tuesday and Thursdays or whatever, be able to go and get your logins fixed and stuff like that. Is that fair? Right. Anything else? Any other comments or concerns?
And this is great. Seriously, I think this is what we probably all needed right now. This is
I
really
mean,
good.
we want to get it larger. So let me share something with you that everybody can do to get more pitches. Inside of your admin on PitchDB, you can go in and you can share this with your friends, right? So right here, there's a section that says referrals, and you can create your own referral code where you can share this with other people. It doesn't require a credit card for them to sign up, but when they sign up, you get 25 free pitches, they get 25 free pitches. Does that make sense? So you can share your wins. Hey, I got booked on this podcast. If you want to get booked too, here's a link. You can use the same system we use to get booked. Does that make sense? So, that's a big deal. We want to be able to help you to get more people signed up, but also get more pitches for yourself, right? Because Mike getting on a podcast doesn't take away from Kevin, because that podcast probably publishes once a week. So they got 52 other slots for other people. Does that make sense? So you can, helping other people doesn't take away from you, is what the point I'm making. So be sure to customize your referral link, and you'll get 25 pitches for everyone that signs up. Any other questions, comments, concerns?
Was today helpful?
Very good.
Very much so.
Yes.
I'm gonna put Dave on the spot. Dave, 3 minutes. Tell us your story. What's your background, man?
Well, my background is I spent 43 years in the radio broadcasting business, and the downsizing of the pandemic shut a lot of people out. The radio business is getting smaller by the day. As a matter of fact, yesterday, Beasley, a company called Beasley, you probably heard of iHeart, you may not have heard of Beasley, but all these major companies are downsizing. And where they had one person that might be responsible for one station when I first got involved, it was great just to have one station. Now they have one person being responsible for many radio stations. As Ron mentioned, I was over 4 markets. I had 14 different radio stations, but I wasn't getting paid 14 different individual salaries for those radio stations, because that's just the way it is now with today's radio broadcasting business. But I love the broadcasting business. I am also the area director for Toastmasters International. If anybody's interested in joining Toastmasters, please holler at me. Anywhere you are in the country, I can find a local club for you. And I'm also the Atlanta chapter president of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame and the chairperson for the induction and nomination process. So I'm kind of doing a lot of different things, but most importantly, all things possible with the good Lord above, because I couldn't do none of it without it. I'm super excited about this program and this project. Again, I had signed up, like some of you, a long time ago, and those emails that someone sent out from the team, I think it was you, I think it was Angela, and I responded back, and then Ron actually called me and got on the phone. So he's serious when he says, I've talked to each of you individually. It just says a lot about the foundation of this organization and how incredible it is right now, and where it's going, like the Rocket Man, where it's going to be out of here. So I'm excited. Thank you for the opportunity to get on the stage and speak, my brother. I'm excited about what the future holds for PitchDB.
No, that's really cool. Hey, Mike, I sit in this chair 12 hours a day. I know some other
Long
people
time.
over here that sit in their chairs all day. What's something quick we could do to kind of loosen up our?
Well, I'm going to show you.
I'm
Everyone
already
should
short.
have.
I'm already 5'6". I don't want to wake up and be 5'2". Okay. So
Well, I'm going to show you. Actually, I'm sitting on right now. Everyone should get these things called posture cushions. They're balance cushion posture cushions. You're able to sit
what does
on
it do?
these.
Have an Amazon.
You're able to sit on it when it engages your core as soon as you sit on it, and you're able to be more involved in active sitting, side to side, moving the pelvis, and it's also helps you to burn more calories while you're sitting as well. So, like if you sit on a posture cushion, you're able to burn about 500 extra calories a day.
What?
Just by moving side to side, left
Do
and
you have
right.
Amazon affiliate link?
I think for this particular one, I do. I'll send it in the group.
Thank you. I will order that today.
And I'll order that
So
as
Mike,
well.
what's your background? Why should we listen to you talk about posture?
Well, I'm a licensed physiotherapist. I've been working in physical therapy and rehab for almost 20 years now. And I specialize in posture and working with active desk workers. And I always say active desk workers are the ones who are going to have the most injuries because they go from total sedentary to being active. And this is a huge window of opportunity for you to injure yourself.
Cool. No, I appreciate you sharing that. Lindsay, I don't know exactly what you do. You want to introduce yourself and kind of tell us what you do and how you can be of help to the community?
Yeah, thank you, Ron. So I teach chefs how to start cooking shows. The opportunity that exists with YouTube today, and it really, you all understand this. All audience will understand this. The opportunities that we have today with media, the new media that just did not exist 20 years ago. Now, YouTube is the #1 video platform anywhere. More people watch in the US. More people watch YouTube on their television than Netflix. And so my message to chefs is, you really want to be on have your own cooking show, don't worry about the Food Network and Top Chef and all of this. Start a YouTube channel that puts you directly on TV, and you have a show that you're in control of, rather than having to participate in some reality nonsense with manufactured drama and all that. So that's what I do is I teach chefs how to start their own cooking show and then monetize that, build it into a business where they don't have to spend 12 hours standing in a hot kitchen all day every day anymore.
No, it's incredible. Yeah, man. I smell something burning over here for lunch already. So don't tell her I said that. No, she's a good cook. I always tease her. So Evelyn, you tell me what you do.
Okay, Evelyn is retired. Well, I retired after 35 years in government, and my husband and I currently own a mortuary in Los Angeles, and I am currently in the process of building a speaking career.
Okay, so we all gonna need Evelyn's services one day. Hopefully not anytime soon. She's the only one that has a product that everybody will need. Like
everybody will need. And so a lot of what we do is that we just really try to educate the community and build awareness on pre-planning. We offer services, for death, burial, cremation, but pre-planning, unfortunately, a lot of people, they don't have the money, and they have to, their end of life is whatever the family can afford. So pre-planning, pre-need, we try to encourage everybody to do that. And actually, if you all remember layaway, if you're old enough to remember layaway, you could actually put your funeral arrangements and burial on layaway.
So here's what I want. This is my only request. If something happened to me, I need this, okay? And this is all I want. I need these guys. I need this. I need the guys gonna dance at my funeral like that.
We have all kinds of services, but we may not do that. We are an exclusive white concierge service.
Look,
So
let me tell you something. If you don't get Maria, Angela, Chris, Pablo, and Ezekiel in one of them suits to do that dance with my casket, I'm firing all of y'all.
that's why you need a pre-need, because if you have a
I'm gonna be
pre-need, it'll
dead.
happen. It'll happen. They can't change it if you have a pre-need.
All right, guys, I'm just BSing. Anybody else want to kind of tell us what you do and how we can help you? You never know. I mean, we may, and people may need your services. We don't know. You know, it's not just about PitchDB, it's about our community. And I'm sure that if you can eat the right food that you learn to cook from Lindsay, learn to sit up straight with Mike, it'll help you to sound better with Dave before you die and go over to Evelyn. Okay.
Lindsay has a hand up and Diamond. Yes.
Yeah.
Right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Maria dropped something in the chat about the Done For You service. And I was saying, since we're here, can y'all tell us something about that?
Yep. So Done For You is really simple. It's where we want to be an alternative to a virtual assistant. A lot of times people will hire a virtual assistant and then they'll say, oh, I got to train them. Can you train them? I'm like, you could have just paid us and it would have been easier than going directly to like trying to teach someone else to do it. So if you want to be booked on podcasts and you have, let's say the $89 podcast plan, right? And you get 100 pitches, it's $89 for, I think, speaking gigs or something like that, right? If you have 100 pitches, so we will pitch you to 200 opportunities. I mean, 100 opportunities for $200, right? Now, on the outside, you're going to see it as we'll pitch 50 for 200, but you all here will do 100 opportunities for $200 a month. So it's already a regular $89 you're already paying, but for an additional $200, we will send all the pitches for you and you never have to think about it. Right now, all you have to do is respond at that point. Does that make sense? So right now, I think, I don't know how many people Pablo and Liliana, everybody works with, but at our maximum, we were at about 300 people that were paying us to pitch for them on a monthly basis. Right. So a lot of the times when you see the leaderboard jump up, a lot of those guys, it's us pitching for them. It's our team pitching for them. So we don't care who pitches on the leaderboard. We just care that the pitches get sent. We're rewarding whether it's your assistant, you, or you paying for Done For You services from us. Does that make sense? So for $200, we take care of it all. If you're doing a speaking gig and you can get somebody to pitch you every month for speaking gigs, this is like a no-brainer, right?
Well,
Diamond,
I want to
what's
do
up?
this.
Cool. I'll definitely send you the link for it.
Yes,
and
please,
I'm
please.
curious, could I, because I'm retired, so I'm on this budget, so
Yeah,
is it
yeah, that's the
possible
budget
to,
price. That's the budget
I
price.
know, but here's what I'm saying. Could you do that for a month or two, or is it
Right.
no
So,
contract?
no. So in the past, if it's speaking gigs, we ask that you do it for 6 months. Right? Because it takes time to find out the right people to pitch you for speaking gigs. And on speaking gigs, it's going to be we're going to ask you to do a little bit more. What I would suggest is, Ange, can you put my calendar link so that we don't take up a bunch of time talking about 1,000 scenarios? I can talk to you individually about how we could help you.
It's in the chat right now. Maria posted it.
Yep. So if you set up a time, and we'll be able to discuss that and how we can help you. Diamond, did you have a different question or a question about something else? I see your hand is up in the thing. See if I can do it like that.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
You're muted.
My bad. I was just taking you up on your offer to introduce. I am glad he asked that question, just because I booked an appointment later for that very reason. So now it's like, okay,
yeah,
nice. That'll be tailored experience there. But yeah, no, I was just introducing myself since we were just introducing ourselves. Yeah, so what I do, every single one of us has a unique energetic blueprint like the one that is behind me. That's actually me. And what is so wonderful about that is you're able to see where your gifts are, where your strengths are, even on an even deeper level than something like a strengths finder. What is it? Strengths finder, Myers-Briggs, DISC, because those look at you from like a snapshot after you've already been exposed to like conditioning and programming and trauma. And it's, again, just the snapshot in that one time. This, you just need your birth date, time of birth, place. Like you can look it up. You just might not understand it. Like anyone can look this up. And one of the, no, not like you might not understand it. Like it's a lot. I saw your face. No, it's a lot.
I'm sorry. My face
It's
was
a lot.
Ron's daughter. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Baby of mine. I'm sorry.
not. It's just I am still like there's so much to it. Oh, but yes, a little adorable.
Let me say this. This is a safe space. We will never criticize anybody's business. That's not our job, Diamond. So we would never do that. I want to make sure you know that. Anybody who's on it, whatever you're working on, we respect the business that you're in and who it helps. So you should never feel as if anybody on our team ever has been disrespectful to you about your profession or what your speaking topics are, let me know and I'll deal with that personally. And if I've done it, call me out in front of everybody because I'll genuinely apologize to you. So I just want to make sure everybody knows you're always safe to talk about whatever, right? That isn't too personal, right? With us. We don't want those private conversations, but when you're describing what you do, we have the utmost respect for that.
Got it. Yes.
Okay.
I'm glad that she did that actually, because then I would have missed this adorable face. But yeah, we all have one. And I think what's more important is that it shows you where your blind spots are, the places and areas where you're more likely to lean into fear or to doubt yourself and things of that nature. And you can kind of look out for them using a signpost. Like, no, I'm not going to be that. So I think it's really cool.
That's cool. So if you have any other questions about getting a deeper understanding of yourself, holla at Diamond, right? Because I'm gonna tell you, after you what is it? You get your back fixed, you sound better on the microphone, you eat better food, and you die and go to heaven, you're gonna wish you talked to Diamond before you went there. You're gonna wish you got your soul right before you end up in the next destination. So hey guys, unfortunately I gotta hop off. This is my alarm clock. We gotta go to lunch. And you want to say hi to everybody? You don't want to say hi? Come on, say hi one time. Nope. She don't want to say hi. She's mad at me. But I will let you all continue your conversation. Thanks again. I really appreciate you all trusting us, and we don't want to let you down. So see you next week.
If anyone has anything else you want to talk about, I'm here for 10 more minutes. If not, you're welcome to leave. There's absolutely no pressure whatsoever. And people are leaving, and that's fine too. Okay.
Thank you. Have a great day.
We'll see y'all.
Diamond, where are you based out of,
You
Diamond?
too, guys.
Thanks, Angela.
I am in Maryland, but
Maryland.
Zoom puts us wherever, right?
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Fantastic. Well, everybody have a blessed day.
Thanks.
You too, guys. Have
Thank
a
you,
great day.
everyone. Great meeting everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks. We'll see y'all next week and in the chat.
And in the community.
And in school, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Our team will stay for 2 minutes.
Okay, so yeah, so my daughter, hopefully she gets on one day soon.
Yes.
She was excited.
I hope she does. Thank you for sharing that. Oh, I can stop.